Well, I think one of the things that we have in the Old Testament is we have an illustration of various ways that God has worked and various ways in which he demonstrates the human problem cannot be overcome. So it can't be overcome simply by sending a flood and wiping out everyone and just selecting 8 people to repopulate the earth. It can't be done just by confusing people's languages. It can't be done by choosing a particular nation and giving them lots of privileges and people to speak God's word to them. None of those things actually work. And so that's part of the way we can understand Jesus Christ is by contrast with that. At the same time, it's not that is all just false starting in the Old Testament and attempts to do things that don't work. God is actually preparing our minds for Christ, so we understand who he is. We understand what it is for God to have a people and so on. But when Christ comes, it is not to set up a political dominion. That's quite clear from the way Jesus interacts with Pilate when he tells him that his kingdom isn't of this world. So what Christ is doing is something more radical, which is changing humans from the inside rather than from the outside. And so he sets up a kingdom of transformed people, which is going to spread throughout the earth. That's the way he talks about in his parables, the kingdom spreading. And that's something far more radical.